different things, what's going on out there. You know, the mayor has come up with a saying, stay home for us so we can be here for you. And what does that mean? You know, so our police officers, there is no way cops can do their jobs without potentially being exposed to this virus. We can't walk around with face masks. We can't walk around with various, personal protection equipment. There's no way for us to do our job without potentially being exposed to this virus. You know, here at the Tampa Police Department, we have several dozen officers that we have quarantined. We have 15 of those officers are in line of duty of exposure. It's a severe problem for us, and my concern is that people are not taking this lightly, and they're not thinking about what they're doing to the first responders out there. You know, there are our cops, our medical people, truck drivers, restaurant workers, things like that that are sacrificing, trying to make a living, still being able to provide services to everyone, and they're being exposed potentially, and people need to take this serious. You know, last night at the Tampa Police Department, we had 3 officers that performed CPR on someone. They're now on quarantine. That person, we do not know why that person died. There's an unexplained death, no cause of death. So now we're going to wait on the COVID-19 results on their testing. Those 3 officers can't come to work. Lord knows what they're exposing to their families at home. But this is the sacrifices that people are making. These officers expose themselves potentially to this virus trying to save someone else's life. So it's very important. It goes back to stay home for us so we can be there for you. So I want to take a few minutes and answer some of the questions that have been sent in. Jamel Lene, our public information officer, is going to ask me those questions. Jamel?
Okay. So I think one of the most important questions, how will this be enforced?
You know, we're relying on people to be good citizens, and the enforcement of it that's basically what we're relying on people to do. There's been some questions between the mayor and the county administrator, and that stuff is going to hopefully be ironed out later today. But it is the opinion of the city and myself as chief of police and the city attorney that if the mayor issues a directive, that we can enforce it.
What businesses are considered essential, and can people still go to the park for a jog, exercise outside?
As long as they practice social distancing, it's not going to be an issue. They can still go out and go for a jog and everything. You know, we're not going to stop someone who's out there going for a jog. Now, we see someone out there with a jog with a TV on their shoulder, then that's probably going to be a little bit suspicious, and we are going to stop them. But that, we're not at looking at to doing an enforcement issue with some of these people, but we are asking that people use common sense. This is much more serious than what people think. You know, as cops, we're used to dealing with blood and bullets, but this is a virus that we can't see, and so it's really become difficult for our first responders.
What about the people from other counties into Tampa for work?
Well, if they are an essential employee, then they're allowed to do that, but we're not going to be stopping cars, doing road checks or anything like that to prevent people from coming in.
Could there be any punishment for any violations?
You know, there is punishment, under the law, but we're not looking at doing anything like that. We will have more clarity today, hopefully, about what the safer at home enforcement is and safer at home order is.
That's all questions.
And so, in closing, I just want to remind everyone, we have to take this serious. I think the problem is you can't see. We don't know who has it. As cops, we're assuming that we already have it, and we're assuming that everybody else has it. And I want to remind people, it's about being good citizens. And, I stand here and I tell everyone, we're not looking at arresting people, we're not looking to put people in jail. But let me be perfectly clear. If you break the law, we're going to arrest you. The Hillsborough County Jail is open for business, and we are going to enforce the law no matter what that is. And that's what people need to understand. As cops, if we get exposed to someone, it doesn't matter at that point. If you break the law, we're going to go ahead and put you in jail. I want everyone to look out for each other, and for God's sake, be careful out there.